Can you?
We have got you. Thank you so much for taking some time with us. We are going to kick right into questions for Myatt, and we will kick things off with Rob Tiongson. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, Mike, it's good to see you again, buddy. Got a couple of questions for you to lead things off. Although it's been a feast or famine season for you and the number two team, what are some of the things that you intend to apply for the best results in these next 7 weeks?
Well, I talked with a lot of people actually, Tyler Reddick and Austin Dillon included, and the thing that I concluded from what is the best method for us in the playoffs is just to keep doing what we've been doing. Not make any big changes, because that's when you start making mistakes. So for us, I feel like we're starting to peak at the right time because outside of a couple of races, pretty much since coming back from the 2-week break. We've been in the top 10 pretty much all race, and we had a lot of speed at Bristol and a lot of speed at Michigan. And I feel like, if we just keep being consistent like that and being in the top 10 like that, the results will start showing. So I don't think we're going to make any big changes here. And I think we'll have the speed to compete going forward.
Certainly. My last question is, as a competitor, how are you able to separate your thoughts and self as a friend to some of the challengers in the Xfinity playoffs to who you are as a race car driver and without the beard that you had these past couple of weeks?
Yeah. Well, it's for me, it's making sure that, I'm not taking care of myself during these times. I think it's so easy to just get so focused and so caught up in all this that you kind of, forget to let yourself have fun. And, I'm getting to drive race cars, which is inherently a really fun thing to do. So I can't let the fact be lost. I'm getting to live out my dream. And, thanks to Tax Slayer and great partners like that, and Superior Essex and Louisiana Hot Sauce and Crosley Furniture, all those people, all those groups allow me to do this. And, I can't lose that fact. And, working with a great team like RCR, all of that is kind of, just icing on the cake of getting to do this, so it's just making sure I keep things in perspective and not losing sight of the goals and not staring too far deep into them.
For sure. Well, best of luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take our next one from Marty Sakala. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Marissa. Hey, Myatt, thanks for the time. So I'm just curious, now that we're months out of it, just how do you reflect on that win at Homestead that now puts you in a battle for the championship now?
Well, it's really nice because it was a benefit for me and a drawback as well, because it's a benefit because I'm obviously in the playoffs, and the drawback is that it actually forced me to really learn some hard lessons because I went into the season with a lot of confidence. The first 3 races, we were up there at Daytona. We were up there at the Daytona Road Course. I mean, I finished, I think, the first stage P3 at the Daytona Road Course, and we were in contention for the win there right at the end. So, and then obviously we won Homestead. So, I had a lot of confidence, but that confidence kind of blinded me to some things that maybe I wasn't dealing with, and things that I didn't address that needed to be addressed for my performance going forward. So, and that's what a lot of the season since then has been, is just addressing some of that stuff and getting myself better and, learning to do my job better. And that's part of this job. I've talked a lot with people that I trust about, what lessons I can learn from all that. So, like I said, been lots of hard lessons, but the good thing obviously is that, it's a win. We're in the playoffs as a result, and I didn't have to worry at Bristol, am I making the playoffs? I knew that I was in. So it's just been, it's honestly, it's more of a blessing than it was a detriment, but it opened up some doors for me, thankfully. And, I think it was probably one of the best things that's happened to us this season. Like I said, I told Rob, I feel like our performance is starting to peak at the right time. And, I feel like we're going to have a lot of strength going forward.
Being seated 9th in the playoffs, and I believe as well, this is your first time ever in a playoff for NASCAR's top 3 series. Have you talked with Tyler and Austin about how to attack that first wave?
Yeah, extensively, actually. Obviously Tyler is no stranger to the NASCAR playoffs. He's won 2 championships in Xfinity, so he obviously has a lot of experience with that, as well as Austin too. I've leaned on them both heavily this year. I work out with Tyler. We share the same trainer, and then I come to the shop here pretty often to talk with Austin and, just get his feedback on stuff and try and learn what I can. So he's been a really big help for me, as well as Tyler. They've both been a massive help. So yeah, having those guys to lean on has been really helpful.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next one from Mitchell Brewer. Go ahead, Mitchell.
A lot of people would view Talladega as kind of the wild card of this first round for the Xfinity Series, but you guys have 3 top 10s on super speedways this year. Do you look at that maybe as an opportunity race for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that RCR has had really good speed at all the super speedway races. We've been in contention pretty much at all of them. Obviously, I made my first start with RCR at Daytona, won the pole, and led the first, I think, 20-some laps in that race. So they've always had speed there. I've always enjoyed super speedway racing, which is it's a really big part of it. So, I'm trying to take everything one race at a time. So I look at all these races as individual, because the previous race is going to set up the next race. So, I'm looking to Vegas right now, and that's all that my mind's on. So as far as, what Talladega means for us, for me, it's another race, but at the same time, what happens in Vegas is going to set up, my mentality and, what I need to do going forward. If I let's say I win a couple stages, or maybe win a stage and get a lot of points from that, I'm obviously going to be in a good points position, and, I'm just going to want to, have a nice conservative day and get another good finish at Talladega, But the fact that we have speed there is not lost upon me, and I feel like it will be a good race for us. It's just a matter of surviving, as it always is at the plate races.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next one from Nathan Solomon. Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, Myatt, thanks for your time. So RCR announced that Sheldon Creed would race full-time with the team in 2022. Just what are your thoughts on that, and how beneficial do you feel a strong playoff run would be in the sense of showing that A, you're deserving of staying in a second car with RCR, or B, securing another full-time ride?
Well, that stuff isn't too much on my mind right now. For me, like I said, my thoughts are on the playoffs right now, because that's really all I'm guaranteed right now. Not that, I don't have any other, anything set up for next year, but, for me, I want to focus on, what I got right in front of me. So that for me is these first 3 races of the playoffs, because, nothing's guaranteed after that, So right now I know that I'm in the playoffs. I know that, these are some good racetracks for me, and I feel like we can go out and we can perform. And I feel like we're peaking at the right time, like I said. So, I think it's good that, RCR signed Sheldon. He's a great race car driver. But for me, my thoughts are exclusively on the playoffs.
Thank you.
All right, Myatt. Well, thank you so much for taking some time with us, and we wish you the best of luck in the playoffs.
Hey, thanks for having me.